back to Team 1D, and this video I'm going to be talking about the future of diabetes tech. So, like new pumps and CGMs that are coming into the market, either have already just arrived on the market, or are coming very soon, so the next year or so. So first, I'm going to be starting with a Twist AID pump. This is by Sequel MedTech, and it has a tide pool loop algorithm, and it's been FDA cleared as of March 2024 for ages 6 and up. And it's pretty much a hybrid automated insulin system that it dynamically adjusts your insulin based on the CGM data that it receives. And it's going to be working with the Libre 3, Dexcom G7, and other pumps, other CGMs like on the market. It's going to be powered by Tide Pool Loop, which is kind of a semi-closed loop algorithm that is built by like customizable by yourself. So it's kind of not fully closed loop, but it's more customizable for sure than like the algorithms now, like Control-IQ algorithm or the Omnipod 5 algorithm, which is kind of good for some people because people are looking for like closed loop algorithms, but maybe don't want to take the risk of using it because it's not FDA cleared. So this is like a semi-closed loop algorithm that is FDA cleared. It also uses the iShare technology to measure which has sensors pretty much that can sense the insulin volume and flow. So this is actually really good because it can detect different occlusions that are like occlusions like in terms of like, oh, is insulin actually being delivered to you? Because a lot of times with Omnipod, I am using Omnipod, what happens is that like the cannula like slips out or there's just no insulin being delivered, right? And I don't know for a lot of time until my blood sugar is like 250 or 300, I don't know if my pod's not working or if I'm just like releasing glucose or if I'm eating whatever, or I don't know what's going on. So this is a really good way of telling you like, oh, the pod's not working, you have to change the cannula, you have to replace it, whatever. So yeah, I think that's a really good addition that kind of makes this technology unique and sets foot into like new territory kind of. Also, something that's like personalized and new is that you can take down the target glucose range all the way down to 87, which is a very big difference from like, for example, the Omnipod 5, the lowest I can take it to is 110. So putting it to 87 kind of gives you a lot more to customize with. And me personally, I think it's a good thing because I think if you can put it to 87, and if you're having too many lows or you don't like it, you can just put it back up to 100 or 110. So I'm definitely gonna play around with this if I get this pump. And I think it's just good to put it down to 87. And there might be more lows, but I still feel like overall it'll help. And because a big problem with me and a lot of other people who are using Omnipod 5 is that it doesn't really correct as aggressively when you have highs. So maybe if you put it down to 87, it'll correct more and you get less of the highs and a better or a lower average glucose range, which would be better in my opinion, because that's what we want, right? A lower glucose range. It also is going to be able to work with Abbott's glucose key and dual sensor, which is something pretty cool because it's like a new technology that I can work with, which other pumps can't work with. So if you're planning on using that implantable CGM, that dual sensor CGM, and also other implantable CGMs like the Senseonics Eversense 365, it'll be able to work with both of them. So yeah, a lot of options. And has not hit the market yet, but it's probably no. This has just hit the market, I think. So yeah, I think you should be able to get it now. And yeah, if you're interested, I would recommend like checking with your doctor, insurance provider if they have this pump and you're able to get it. Because I think it's very innovative, it has like some pretty cool features like the closed loop, being able to take your blood sugar down, your glucose range to target to 87, and it's able to know exactly how much insulin in a precise way that's entering your body and adjust according to that, and also tell you if your CGM is working, if your pump is working. Next, I'm going on to the Tandem Mobi, but specifically the Tandem Tubeless Mobi, which is something that's coming out soon. The company Tandem has just announced it, and it's very, very like revolutionary, and it's like evolving everything. It's very new. So it's pretty much, it uses the same Control-IQ algorithm, and the algorithm is pretty much similar, which people might not be like happy as, oh, it's not that innovative, whatever. But what's innovative about this is you can use it for 7 whole days. So that is very, very like surprising and cool. Like we're jumping double from the current day use in the Omnipod, which is something that's like very like surprising and like crazy, right? Like we're able to use it for double as much. And some concerns might be that uses scar tissue. It might create scar tissue, and especially the fact of the matter is that for the tandem, you have to sign a contract for 4 years. So what I recommend doing is doing a trial for like there's a trial that you can do for like 3 months, which I might do that to see if there's scar tissue being formed based on the 7 day set infusion set thing, and then based on that continue to 4 years. However, the 3 months might not be enough to see if there's scar tissue forming, which is might be a risk factor. But overall, I think this is like a really like cool pump. Like 7 days is a really long time. Like, and especially for pumps, taking it like switching pumps actually takes a while. So this 7 day thing is actually really cool. Also, it is tubeless, which is also like pretty. I'm saying like it's gonna be the smallest tubeless pump now. So it's gonna be like even smaller than Omnipod. And the fact that it's tubeless is very surprising and cool. And I'll put a picture above on the screen. It's tubeless and it's pretty much be able to it's gonna be able to be attached to your body. Yeah, based on like a patch, like the Omnipod patch, pretty much. So it's pretty much the Omnipod, but it's just gonna be smaller. And what you're gonna be able to do is every like it's gonna have 200 units available, a cartridge of 200 units, and you're gonna be able to change it. So even if you don't think, oh, 200 units is not gonna be able to last you 7 days, which for a lot of people it's not. For me, it's probably only last me like 4 or 5 days. But then I can change it and I can use it for another 2 or 3 days, whatever. So like, you can change the 200 units and put it back in. So yeah, you're gonna have to change the cartridge maybe, but it's still much easier than changing your entire pod. So that's really cool in my opinion. Also, losing it, a concern I have and other people I have is that, oh, what if you lose it, right? If I lose a pump, it's gonna be like thousands of dollars, right? Because it's not like the Omnipod, which is like you can just it comes off, you lose it, you can just take it off, trash it, get a new one. But this one might be a concern for me as well. Like, oh, if I lose it, right, am I gonna have to pay for a new one? Like, what's gonna happen? Because like my insurance is 4 years with this pump. What if I lose it 2 years in or 1 year in, right? So I don't know about that. That might be a problem, and also the fact that you might get scar tissue. But I feel like it's still really revolutionary. And now that this is putting it to 7 days, it's setting the bar high for other companies like Omnipod to do 7 day pumps as well, which is something just that's just overall good for the overall diabetes technology community, and it's like setting competition, which is I think is really cool. And so yeah, it kind of shifts the game. So I kind of want to point out this pump as a pump that's not fully new, but the tubeless version is new. The 7 day version is new, and although the Control IQ algorithm is not new, the fact that it's tubeless and it's 7 days is definitely new and something that's game changing. And it's gonna make competition to make the Omnipod smaller and also make the Omnipod 7 days. And other companies as well, other pump companies as well. Yeah. Also, there's some CGMs coming out. They're new. Well, not just new CGMs, but also the Dexcom G7 is getting a 15-day clearance now. It has been cleared for those aged 18 plus now, which sadly does not is on me yet, but soon it's 15 plus. It's 15 days now, but it's only for 18 plus. But still, yeah, it's gonna be available in the U.S. In the second half of 2025. So I think that means it should be definitely out now. And so we should you usually can now use it for 15 and a half days as long if you count the grace period as well. So yeah, it's kind of like a good thing because now instead of changing it for 10 days, you can do it for 15 days. So I guess Dexcom has now caught up to like the Libre 15 days. So yeah. Also, something that's like revolutionary or cool is that Abbott has released a new dual ketone sensor, glucose and ketone sensor. So now it measures not only glucose but also ketones as well, which is pretty cool because like now you don't have to do a ketone test, whatever. You can just use this sensor and it tells you the ketones, which is something that's like I don't know how well it's gonna work, but it's something that's revolutionary and cool, and it could create competition as well to cause other pumps, other CGMs to also integrate this ketone thing, which is something that's like it just removes another tick from the daily life of people with diabetes and what they have to do and test their ketones. So now we won't have to test your ketones. We can just check this regularly, and it shows the ketone levels. So yeah, this is kind of like the two pumps and two CGMs that I thought were like kind of revolutionary next year, or that came out now that kind of changed things up, or that maybe people should get. So I'm definitely consider like upgrading to these if I can, and I would recommend everyone to look into these as well. Thanks for watching.